Hello, everyone. Just Love, Just Light here with the fourth podcast, I believe. I know I've been away for a while. I was on vacation, but I'm back, and I'm super excited to get back to work and, working on Just Love, Just Light stuff and content. So yeah, thank you for your patience. I've missed you guys. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas or whatever you celebrated, and I hope it was a great holiday season for you. And now we are in the year of 2019. So happy 2019. I hope the New Year has been treating you super well. I personally have had a great New Year so far. I just know that this year is going to be huge for the world and for everybody's individuals and for our spirits and our higher selves. And I've just been super excited and happy for just everyone. I feel like everyone's really flourishing in their energy and kind of connecting a lot with their higher selves. I think that's what this whole last year was about. So it's really cool to see the human, just humanity become more conscious. We definitely, we always have long roads ahead of us, and no one's ever going to be perfect in this life. But I think it's super important to just be present, and maybe that can be something we can all do this year together, is just be present and to really enjoy every bit and do the best that we can in each moment, whatever that is. So yes, I hope you had a great New Year. I was down in California with my mom, my dad, and my sister. We all flew down to go visit my brother, he's lived in Long Beach for a long time now. I want to say over 15 years at this point. And he is married, and they have my wonderful niece and nephew, Damien and Avi. So we went to go visit them for Christmas this year, and then just spent New Year's together, and went to the Rose Bowl, which was super cool and surreal. I feel like that was just like kind of a crazy moment. It was such an abundant vacation, honestly. I just have so much gratitude. I think we all just had a great time, and we became a lot closer. I feel like I don't think I've taken that long a vacation in a really long time. 10 days is a pretty solid amount to be with your family. And so we grew closer, and I think we all had a time to talk and to really kind of get to know each other as individuals. And I don't know, I think that's super important. I didn't realize how important that was, but in my soul, I had been craving some solid time with them. So it was really cool to see kind of that manifestation come to light, right? It was super great and abundant. So it was just awesome, and everything that I needed. And it was sunny there, so I spent almost every morning up early watching the sunrise. I'd go on these little solo trips and drive out to a coast somewhere and just watch the sunrise and meditate and really connect with Earth and just share so much gratitude. So that was super magical. Wrote my intentions for the new year out on the beach, and that was huge. Such a quiet, beautiful morning, and yeah, it was great. So awesome. Life is good. But I hope that even if you're having a tough start to the new year, that you remember that even a new year don't let that pressure you, to be perfect, or at all. Just you be patient with yourself, because at the end of the day, time is kind of an illusion, right? So it's kind of a bit of a system. So you're allowed to start at any moment, and you're allowed to just be who you perfectly are in every moment, whatever that is, whatever it is that you're feeling. It's divine. So really just be with that and know that you're loved, and I'm sending you a whole lot of love and light and wonderful energy. I'm just hanging out here in my apartment. I got back yesterday night, so kind of been spending the day getting things back together. I work tomorrow morning, and then I plan to do some writing and things like that. So, definitely been busy, but it's a beautiful busy. And I don't know, I guess, excuse me, I wanted to talk about maybe manifesting. I feel like I've just recently have been talking about this with a lot of people, like everybody. I feel like even my family when I was on vacation, and just people that read the blog and people that have reached out to me either personally or through social media. have been asking me a lot of questions. Excuse me. I'm so burpy. I don't know why. I think I had soup, so I don't really know. But anyways, but I've been getting a lot of questions on manifesting and if I believe in the law of attraction or kind of how that works, in spirituality and whatever, and the higher self, the universe. So I'm here to just kind of, I guess, talk about and expand, and maybe hopefully I answer some questions. But for me personally, yes, I do believe in manifesting. I do believe in the law of attraction and energy, the power of that is within more than anything. However, before I guess we even talk about all that, I think the biggest thing I've learned on my spiritual journey with manifesting and just kind of getting to a happier place within myself and creating a really abundant life. I don't have a perfect life, let me tell you, but I really love my life. I've built a really good life, and I definitely owe it to the law of attraction. I think just the energy that I've chosen to radiate has definitely brought back some really amazing, crazy stories in my life. So it's been super great, and I'm just super blessed. But more than anything, I think before you ever want to manifest anything in life, the biggest thing is really understanding that you don't need anything. That was something I kind of struggled with. I became really bitter, I think, with manifesting for a little bit in my life, recently too, actually, because I'm a very simple person, and I definitely think it's because of what I've gone through in life and just my own spiritual awakening and my own journey. But I'm very simple in that I don't need extra. I don't ever shop for myself anymore, and I used to love shopping for myself, let me tell you. I mean, in my past human life, I worked in retail, did all that stuff, bought things, and just had a completely full, way jam-packed closet with shoes, and wanted my apartment to look really cute, and bought all these nice things for myself. And I didn't realize at the time, that was just before I realized a lot of other things about life and the beauty of living and being present and being our nature. So now it's for, there's a lot of capitalism out there in the world and a lot of selling and buying. And don't get me wrong, everybody has to make their living in this life. We do have money. That is something you need to have a roof over your head and to be comfortable and have what you need to sustain your life. But I really was kind of confused because, law of attraction, I felt at the beginning, and I've gone through such a journey with it. It's changed over the years, but there was a time where I was really kind of like, hey, I don't understand why we don't need anything. Like, we don't need the nicest blankets in the world on our beds, and we don't need the nicest clothes on our body all the time. Like, I really don't believe that anymore. And that was something that was very uncomfortable for me for a while, and it was really uncomfortable for me to share with people that knew me really well, because I had always kind of believed in an image, and I think that was my own insecurity and just my own human self, like being completely lost in my human autopilot life. So to kind of lose that attraction to that, or that attachment, was really uncomfortable for a while. But so I didn't really understand how manifesting and your spirituality or gratitude had anything to do with manifesting. I was just kind of confused. I was like, wait, if we don't need anything, why do people want everything? Why do they want to manifest? And then it kind of occurred to me that everything that you manifest, it shouldn't be something you're just waiting for, because first of all, it's never going to make it happen. But also, we really don't need those things to make us happy, because in this moment, I think the biggest thing that I learned, and Abraham Hicks has taught me this. She's a big teacher for me as far as manifesting, law of attraction goes. But she kind of taught me about feeling and how the universe really does interact with what you're feeling. If you're feeling sad and hurt and afraid, you're going to tend to attract a lot more of those kinds of experiences or more of those feelings, which can later put you in a deeper, hole than you think. And it can be really hard to get out of, but you always can. That I do want you to know. But she really taught me about the importance of feeling. And even if, let's say right now I'm sitting in my room, and this is a practice I do when I work on my manifesting. Let's say I've always struggled with depression and just really negative thoughts my whole life. And I used to be a really angry kid growing up, and it still comes out from time to time. I'm human. But I really started to, I'll like sit on my bed, and let's say I'm feeling kind of sad or thinking about something in the past or, something like that. I'll just sit and think of something that made me happy one time. So let's say California, right? When I was with my niece and nephew and I was laughing with them, or we were swimming one day, or I was collecting seashells with my nephew one day. That was really cool. And just how happy that was and freeing, and how nothing was on my mind but being there, It's like I'll think of something like that, and I remember that feeling, and then I hang on to that feeling, and that has helped me really counteract those depressive thoughts that I can have, or those really sad thoughts and negative emotions I can be feeling. So I think practicing that has been huge, and the more that I've done that, I just feel like I'm more present, and I'm just more happy all the time, and I just have more gratitude. And literally, I just like from there, I always am just like amazed at where I am at certain times. Like for this trip, just being in certain places, just all of a sudden being in a plane and being like, whoa, and then being on Bolsa Chica is like one of my favorite beaches, but it's in California, just right on the Pacific Coast Highway. And I love that place. And just so sitting there, on New Year's Eve, writing my intentions and just having gratitude for all the year that I had, it was amazing to open my eyes and see that and just be like, holy crap, I was just thinking about this, and here it is, like I'm right here. It's like, so it's just super cool. And then it can be something profound like that, or just little signs that you get. Like me personally, I see green Westphalias a lot more, and just Westphalias in general. It's a type of van, Volkswagen, and that's like my dream van, and I just see them everywhere. A couple years ago I wouldn't see them anywhere, and now I see them all the time. And I think it's because I just think about them a lot, and I feel what that's going to be like. So I always feel like that's the universe kind of signaling to me, like, hey, it's on its way, just be patient. And then I know it will come, just like many big things have. But money, like I'm not the richest girl in the world, but really, like, I'll be in a really tough situation. But the more I've just realized, I don't need to buy extra things, and just like really understanding the importance of money in our lives and to help how we use that to service and help the world. It's been huge. And I just feel like there's somehow I'm always, a little miracle happens where I just make it in time, or some kind of abundant gift comes into my life, whether it's from someone just, hey, here's this I just wanted to like give you some money for coffee, or something sweet and cute, little things just work out all the time, and it's been super abundant, or just randomly having like a huge tip day at work, just crazy stuff. So it's really cool. And I've been able to make it and do more of what I want to do, and that is travel and take care of myself, and to spend more time with Earth, to spend the most time with Earth, and really helping my environment and learning to help the human race and just the creatures that inhabit our world and just everything. It's been so great to kind of see, and just this blog, like shout out to everybody that listens or reads or watches. I appreciate you so much. And I can't believe even when I was on vacation, I received some news, or I got a notification on my blog, and just the traffic that is coming in is super great, and I just wasn't expecting it, and that's abundance, like, and it's so amazing because I know I don't need anything, and all these magical things that happen are just like bonus. They're just such a great part of life, and such a great part of the being happy and the being free. And that's so important. I feel like that's the biggest message I'm going to send to people who want to manifest great things into their life. You don't need those things to be happy. But they come about the minute you least think it will. The moment you are just so centered in love and just happy to be in this moment, to be breathing in this moment, and to have what it is that you have. It's such an incredible feeling, you guys. And that's the life I want for the world, for everybody. And for those that inhabit our planet, or the planet, I should say, not ours. But it's so wonderful. And I always say, I think a lot of us, we can get down because we want to create so much change, and we feel that the little steps just aren't enough. And it can be really discouraging. And I've been there many times. But I think there was a time for me personally when I wanted so badly to help share love with the world, and to bring more peace to the world, and to really connect humanity with our earth. And I had this idea in my head of a blog, and writing and sharing and taking pictures. And I'm no photographer, let me tell you, but I didn't go to photography school or anything. But all that mattered was that, what something meant to me. It came into this whole thing, and I am amazed. Like, I genuinely am. And so those things, they just, they come to you. And that is where it is, like, that's the connection between spirituality and manifesting, is like just being abundant, understanding that you are abundant right here, right now. And the more we radiate that to the world, right? And the more beauty that comes about, we just get to share it. And then we become more aware, and the way we treat people changes completely. And it's great. So I hope that rant was nice. This is just how I am. But this is the point of the podcast, right? But but truthfully, you guys, I feel like that is my secret to manifesting, I think, is just knowing that what you have is enough. You don't have to look out into the world and think, I want to be, maybe you do want to be the biggest celebrity in the world. Okay, that's great. But you have to be okay with where you're at right now, because that's just would be just a bonus thing. That real freedom, that true happiness, that true acceptance and surrender. Oh my goodness, you guys, it is right here, and it can be found right here, and it's always been here, and it's not going anywhere. All it requires is to be tapped into, right? And we tap into that by doing things that make us happy, doing something that makes us laugh, spending time with someone we love, spending time with ourselves, like really learning to be comfortable in our solitude, and, just accepting and loving ourselves. That's huge. And it's not easy, but I promise you, one step is enough. Because we do get discouraged that it's not working fast enough, or we don't have it all now. But truthfully, one step is huge. I mean, that changes everything. If you woke up today and you said thank you, even if you were hurting, I mean, that's huge. That's going to have a huge change on your life and on your day. And the more it becomes like a habit and a practice in your life, it just grows and grows and grows. And it starts to take over everything. And it's so beautiful. And that's just really all I want for the world. We deserve to be wealthy in our spirit first and foremost, more than anything. And from there, all those wonderful relationships, friendships, romantic relationships with our family, that's where that is. That's where that beautiful change occurs, is from that place within. So yeah, I think that's huge. And I think for me, I've seen my life completely, I feel like within the last few years, just shift completely in ways that I never, ever in my life would have imagined. I feel like I live my dream life, honestly. And it's only the beginning. I haven't even, received the Westphalia yet. Can you imagine? So, that's what I mean, is it's really it's great. Like, so just really understand you don't need anything, and focus on what you're feeling and focus on your energy. And yes, magical things happen. Yeah, truthfully, you guys, I'm sending you all so much love, and I hope this year has been off to a great start. I would love to talk more about manifesting at a later time. Maybe we can go into more depth of like big manifestations I've had or whatever. And I would just like to make this a community. So like definitely opening this up to talk. I know a lot of people like message me and text me and stuff. So that is super cute and great. And I just love interacting with you guys. It means a lot to me. So thank you for giving me the opportunity. And I will talk to you guys very soon. Happy feeling good. Happy manifesting. And gratitude, more than anything, gratitude. May we have gratitude for the air in our lungs today, and the ability to feel peace today and feel freedom, and to give that to our world. So yes, thank you guys so much. I love you. Love and light. I will talk to you very soon.